having a basic idea about what the blockchain is. So let's talk about the famous part about the blockchain, which is the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin, as from its name, it's a coin, like a currency, but in a digital way that runs on the blockchain. Who invented this blockchain? They call themselves, or he or she, as Satoshi Nakamoto, but we do not know. Either they are a group or someone. Actually, we don't know. But the conclusion is Satoshi Nakamoto, the one or ones, invented this Bitcoin. And we're speaking about the Bitcoin because it is the most famous coin like all over the world and the first invented coin back in 2009. So it is the most commonly used. Even we sometimes refer to the blockchain with the Bitcoin, but now we have differentiated between the blockchain concept and the concept of having chain nodes together, and knowing that there are thousands of currencies and the Bitcoin is the famous one among them all. But as we said, we're having a lot, like Ethereum comes the next after Bitcoin, Ripple, and maybe Polygon, and a lot of blockchains. But it's really important to identify or know that every blockchain has a different technology or a concept that controls the logic behind how this blockchain works. But for now, let's focus on having the blockchain and having the coin like the Bitcoin. After we have talked about the centralized digital payments and transactions and the decentralized digital payments or transactions, I want to highlight the differences between two terms like the fiat currencies and the cryptocurrencies. And it may seem so obvious from their names, like the cryptocurrencies are the digital coins like the Bitcoin or whatever coin is running over the blockchain, while the fiat currencies are our real money or our real currencies that we have in this world, like US dollars, for example. Speaking from this, we can move forward and talk about advantages of having or relying on the blockchain more and more. Cryptocurrencies will always avoid the inflation. That's simply because they are more into programmatic coins or programmatic money. For example, the Bitcoin is only having 21 million Bitcoins, and that means under any circumstances we won't have any newborn or created Bitcoins. So the Bitcoin will keep its value, and the value will be changing from the supply and demand, but the basic idea is it will not be affected with any inflation. And this concept will be applied over any coin or token runs over the blockchain for any cryptocurrency. And that was the first part. The other part is the security, and by the security I mean totally the decentralized transaction, meaning any transaction over the blockchain is computed and performed over one of the nodes over the blockchain network, which is all over the world, and this network is globally and all over the world. Speaking from this, I want to highlight that cryptocurrencies will cross the barrier of having a specific currency for each country. For example, if I'm traveling to another country, I will need to exchange money. You need to hold some cash with this currency, and like anything that we are currently doing when we're traveling to any other country. So with relying on the cryptocurrency, we will cross the barrier of having specific currency for each country. And this actually one of the main interesting use cases or business cases about the cryptocurrencies is that we are having to have a globally unified payment, whatever the currency would be. But the main concept about relying on a digital or cryptocurrency over the blockchain will make our life easier. So you pay for whomever and wherever, even either you have traveled so you can pay using these cryptocurrencies, or if I want to exchange money with one of my friends at any other country, so I don't need to do the conversion part. So this will really make our world act as one, and this will come with huge benefits. So that was the main business case I wanted to highlight that we might reach on the future.